You slap on the top of your business. You could fit so many customers in here.
Yeah.
3 developers, 1 mission. Build a business to nurture personal fulfillment. It's not stupid. It's FounderQuest.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. So we took a little break. We're going to have our Hot Vax Summer, but you know that
The Hot Vax Summer.
It turns out that was a mirage.
Well,
it turns out that was a mirage.
It did reach 112 degrees in Portland, so it was hot.
There you go. Yeah, the summer never existed. It was just an illusion caused by our overwhelming thirst for lots of things.
Well, there were a couple of weeks there that I thought, yeah, this is going to work out. And then Delta. So,
yeah, it was a couple of nice weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Except for the panic about like, oh crap, I need to like learn how to deal with people again.
Won't it be wonderful when we can just, look back on those 2 weeks and just remember those last good 2 weeks?
Yeah. 112 in Portland. That's pretty bad. It got to 116 in my garage.
Wow. That's
it's pretty warm.
Yeah. That's like melt some things if you're not careful.
See, I did not know this until, at the beginning of the pandemic. But there's actually a special class of freezer called the garage freezer. Because at the beginning of the pandemic, I wanted to have a freezer in my garage. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go to Home Depot and buy a freezer. Oh, no. You can't just buy a freezer to put in your garage. You have to have a garage freezer to put in your garage. So we have a garage freezer. And even with 116 in the garage, the stuff stayed frozen. So I guess it actually worked.
Nice. Yeah, my freezer survived as well. So,
I mean, like not having a garage freezer in your garage is almost as bad as wearing white after Labor Day. Or is it before Labor Day? I forget.
I don't know. I never wear white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Safer that way.
I just always dress like I'm going to a funeral.
All right. So today's going to be a little bit of a short episode. So we should probably get to the content.
I thought we were already in the content.
It might be short. I don't know. Like our podcasts tend to have a mind of their own.
That's true.
Well, that's true. But we've got this Ask Me Anything.
So for
20 minutes from
that's
now.
the great thing about asynchronous Ask Me Anythings is that they're asynchronous. So you can post them even while you're on a podcast and answer the questions whenever you want.
Yeah, maybe you can, but my brain does not work that way.
Oh, I've got it all queued up.
I've got a one-track mind.
It's just a button press. We're locked and loaded.
Oh, you're like Kramer. You've got the button.
No, I'm ready to go.
Like, sell.
Nice.
So yeah, at 10:30, we're recording this podcast. It's 10:08 right Pacific. And we're going to be doing an Ask Me Anything AMA on the Indie Hackers forums. So
yes. And it's a last minute affair. As of like 20 minutes ago, I didn't have an Indie Hackers invite code. We were running around scrambling. Yeah. Ben wanted to try a new like podcast recording software. And I'm just like, no, I can't handle this amount of change in my life now.
We need to title this episode Live from the Indie Hackers Backstage, by the way.
Oh,
just note to Ben Finley.
Oh, it'll be like a live album.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing it live.
So Ben suggested that we do we talk about like one work thing and one vacation thing we did. And I guess I'll start because like I didn't actually have a vacation. I just got sick a lot, which I didn't get COVID, but there was this there was some sort of bug that was going around and like I got it and I was out for a couple of weeks. And so I guess that was my vacation. I don't know. I just played a lot of like Diablo 3 and just...
It's cool.
Yeah.
We got worse vacations than Diablo 3.
Yeah. We got away for a few days. We went to this lake up north of Spokane in Washington and just like 5 nights or something. But like on the trip there, we're like looking at our friends who were already up there, like sent us the fire map of Washington. And like we are traveling, like literally our destination is like in the middle of like 6 fires. So we're like, should we be turning around? I don't know. But it turned out all right. We breathed too much smoke the first couple days, but it cleared up. And
after the first couple days,
I only got a minor headache.
Your nerves just die. the nerves in your lungs.
Yeah.
Hey, we have good health insurance.
I'm an ex-smoker, so I'll just tack it on to, it's just like adding a couple days.
It's like getting that upgrade package when you're buying the $30,000 car. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's another $1,000?
I've already got the risk, so like,
Yeah, I stayed closer to home. I read a bunch of books and I got out for a nice bike ride, went to the Snohomish Centennial Trail. So it starts in Snohomish and it goes up through Arlington, and it's a rails to trail conversion. So there used to be railroad tracks there, but now it's a paved trail. And the thing that's neat though is like they have a bunch of trailheads, and a few of them have the old or recreations of the old train stations. So it's like you can act like you're getting on board the train and actually getting on
that
your
sounds
bike. Right?
really nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's see, a work thing that I did. It's a blur.
Yeah.
I probably migrated something somewhere at some point and backfilled something because like
you were busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a lot.
Remember what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things, right? We're working with that sales consultancy, the, what is it? Intro CRM people.
Yeah. They do that. Yeah.
We've done some outreach. You got some replies even.
Yeah. It's been kind of a mixed bag. So we've gotten some replies, but also like the outbound stuff has not really been all that productive. So I'm, questioning my life choices at this point.
Have you had any overt hostility though?
No overt hostility.
Oh, you're not pushing hard enough then. You want your OH metric to be at least 10%. At least 10% you want death threats.
I will take that under advisement.
Okay. That's how you know you're really
selling it.
Yeah, I would say coffee's for closers, but you don't drink coffee, so there you go. Well, cool. On my end, I don't know. We published our first batch of honey badger intelligence reports, and loyal listeners might remember from last time. If you don't remember, how loyal are you, and how much do I even trust you? But yeah, you might remember that we were working on these things. Basically, they are going to be quarterly reports for a certain programming language, where it's like if you kind of need to keep an eye on, I don't know, front end JavaScript, but you don't want to just inhale the feed of news that's constantly coming out, you can just like look at this beautiful quarterly report. And we're publishing them quarterly now on our blog. And the first batch went out like 3 weeks late, maybe a month late. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't give myself enough time to get them ready for publication. And then I got sick for like 2 weeks and just like could barely crawl to the computer. So I'm sorry. I'll do better next time.
I thought you were going to say if you don't want to inhale the whatever weekly news feed, you can inhale it once a month, or once a quarter, like just all.
Well, no, we're not just like collating everything together.
It's a curation.
Concatenating.
It's like a curation of a curation.
Yeah. We're not just like appending, like 3 months hacker news together. We're going in and applying some real intelligence to it,
right.
Real experts, domain experts.
Some editorial in there curating, occasionally. Providing
you the choicest morsels.
Mm-hmm.
Handcrafted morsels of information.
Yeah, maybe I should be doing these outreach emails.
Yeah, I think so. Like we got the wrong person writing this stuff.
Yeah. They'd be like, who is this? Are these people even professionals?
Well, that should be obvious from our website.
Yes.
I'll let you decide which way that goes.
Wow. I'm really been sitting here while you're talking, like thinking, what did I do? I'm like, this is not good. Like if I can't remember doing anything useful for the past 3 months, that's probably a sign that I'm doing the wrong things.
I mean, it could just be like you did a lot, Ben. Like I can remember things you've done. Like we got set up in a new compliance, like automated thing.
Yeah, did the compliance thing.
Yeah, an automated compliance thing. So like you don't have to juggle all that stuff manually.
Yeah, we got our SOC 2 Type C report done. So we're legit now. We're officially doing the things that we said we would do. So
we're enterprise.
Yeah, full on enterprise over here. Yeah. And it wasn't a particularly painful process. I mean, it wasn't pleasant, but yeah, we survived.
My favorite part of that was that, so as part of this like automated security or automated SOC 2 compliance stuff, all of the employees, I guess, have to do mandatory security training once a year now. And it's like this automated like quiz where you have to like read something and then it like asks you questions. And yeah, so it was a really weird like big business moment where I just felt like it's like, okay, like I'm watching this like training video. It should have like 50s music to the back, like in the background of it. And I hate to admit that I got like stuck on the first question for like 10 minutes. Because it was like, it was an easy question, but it was one of those things where it's like, what's the correct answer? Choose one or more. And the correct answer was all of them. But for some reason, like I had selected them all with my keyboard and that wasn't good enough. I had to like click on them to show I really meant it, because hackers generally use keyboards. So they're not really trustworthy.
That's true.
Devices. Yeah.
So there was like a JavaScript bug. You're saying.
Eventually I literally tried every like combination. Then eventually I was just like, okay, I'm just going to try the first one again. And it worked. Wow. So there you are.
I can't believe you're giving away the answers to our security questions on the podcast. That's a breach of security.
Yeah. I mean, I think our security questions have some security vulnerabilities if you can like manually brute force them. You have like 4 binary options. That's like what? Like 4 factorial combinations. Like you can knock that out in an hour.
Star's hacking the mainframe.
I am hacking the planet.
That's how Star passed the security test.
Yep.
Yeah, that's also how I got such a great score on the SAT, by the way. It's like you just take it, I don't know, 128 factorial times, and then you just brute force it.
Nice. How long did that take you?
I don't know. I still haven't graduated from high school.
I sort of graduated from high school.
Well, you can tell we've been away for a while because I just have all this bullshit that I've like saved up for y'all, and it's just all coming out now.
So I was surprised to learn, I don't know why this surprised me, but it surprised me nonetheless, when we had our all hands meeting recently, that we have 3 Honey Badger employees that have children starting kindergarten this year.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. That's pretty wild.
It's
pretty terrifying. It's pretty terrifying. I'm glad that I live in Seattle. You guys don't, like Josh and Kevin don't. But I mean, y'all live in fairly reasonable places where like governors aren't banning masks in school.
Well, yeah. I mean,
as they themselves are going to get advanced treatments for their COVID infections. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's okay. We love you, Texas. We just don't love your governor.
Speaking of Texas, so this random tidbit I saw the other day, Austin, Texas. Of course, the housing market has been crazy as far as prices go over the past several months. People have been like, overbidding regularly on houses.
Oh, I read that.
To be able to,
yeah. Like 100 grand.
Yeah. So Austin, Texas, yeah, 100 grand over asking price. So you have a $400,000 list price, but you actually got to pay $500,000 to get the house. That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I had to drop off my car at the mechanic to get, its normal service. And I was walking back, and this was this morning, and there's this kind of like older condo building. It's like not great looking or anything. It just, and it's like this 2-bedroom condo, like 900 square feet, is now selling for the same price that I bought my single family house, like on a big yard with a big yard and everything, like 3 blocks away. And that was like 5 or 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
Crazy stuff.
It's bizarre. It's like totally, I don't know. Like it's the sort of thing it almost feels kind of gross even. It's like, just because like I was able to like scrape together a down payment for a house, it's like suddenly like I get like, I don't know, like $100,000 a year extra just in like appreciation.
You just hit a jackpot.
Yeah, but it's just like, okay, that's like, I literally did nothing to like deserve that. And meanwhile, like people who could use that, or, I mean, I could use it, but I'm not like in dire straits. I don't know. It's just like, wow, this whole system is just kind of backwards and weird.
Yeah, it's to the point. I'm getting unsolicited offers to buy my house. Right.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
me
just
too.
Getting those letters in the mail like, "Hi, I'm Bob and my wife is Alice and we'd like to buy your house." And I'm like looking at the letters. Is this really an automated thing, or do they really write this by the hand?
They're really a Bob and Alice.
Like on the phone, like in person.
They called you? Wow.
Yeah, they called me. I have like 3 houses on my block have been demolished in the past 2 months. Like 3 older like houses, ones that aren't, one of them was just like really messed up, but 2 of them were like these small houses on big lots. And essentially what happened is like a developer bought almost every house on the opposite side of the street from me and is now basically filling up the lots with as many units as they can. So I think they're going to end up with like 18 units out of these like 5 or 6 houses, which is fine, I guess. Like, I don't mind density and everything, but it's just so wild because it's like, oh, it finally caught up with us. Cause like for a long time, we were like just over the edge of like where things were nice, like we were like just one block over from the nice stuff. And it finally caught up with us.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to move now because we're not fancy enough for the neighborhood anymore.
Yeah. Just cash out.
Yep. Move to Kansas.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem though. It's like, okay, great. Like I get all this appreciation, but like if I ever want to, get a new house, it's like, okay, I've got to pay those new prices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've looked at that too. And or you could sell and like rent for a few years and see if anything happens. That would probably be a gamble, but there's always the option of renting. That would be
a really bad gamble, I think. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering how like no markets decline anymore.
They could decline, but like you're trying to time
the housing market. I mean, like what's wrong with that?
Maybe it'll decline, but yeah.
This got me thinking, like real estate agents, they want you to trade up, right? You buy your starter house and then you buy your bigger house and then eventually you downsize again because, hey, why not have another transaction that a real estate agent can take a commission on, right? And this got me thinking, like, why don't we have that for businesses? Like, why can't you like trade up your business, right? Like,
like trade it. Yeah,
exactly. Like Honey Badger, that's a nice little business. Why don't you trade on up to a bigger business,
Oh,
I like
so
that.
We sell Honey Badger and then like buy a larger business.
Right. Make that, roll that into a down payment for a bigger business.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we'd be very good at that.
Maybe this is a new marketing thing we can try. We can figure out a new business model.
Is there like any kind of like trade-in program at like, like the private equity firms?
You slap on the top of your business. You could fit so many customers in here.
Yeah. Might be our best bit yet.
Well, I guess we better get ready for our Ask Me Anything session. Got to crack the knuckles and get ready to type.
Crack the old knuckle.
Almost time, yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I will sign us off. All right, so this has been FounderQuest, back from Hot Vax Summer, back from vacation or being sick or whatever we call it these days. If you want to give us a review on Apple Podcasts, whatever they call it, go for it. If you want to look up this AMA we're about to do on Indie Hackers, then we recommend that. And yeah, otherwise, just like, stay cool, stay safe, and we will see you next week.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Bye.
FounderQuest is a weekly podcast by the founders of Honey Badger. Zero instrumentation, 360-degree coverage of errors, outages, and service degradations for your web apps. If you have a web app, you need it. Available at honeybadger.io. Want more from the founders? Go to founderquestpodcast.com. That's one word, where you can access our huge back catalog of episodes. FounderQuest is available on iTunes, Spotify, and other purveyors of fine podcasts. We'll see you next week.